Hi peeps, how peeps, hi peeps. We're live. Tantra Talks on Monday night. Normally Sunday night. Yesterday was Mother's Day. Wiz was traveling. You were seeing family. Yes.
Peeps, how peeps, hi peeps.
Yes.
We're live. Tantra Talk.
That's the you got the page open?
Yes.
Okay. Actually, you could mute the sound out on the page and it'll be good. And that way we'll still be able to see all the comments.
I didn't hear what you said.
I said you can mute the sound on the video itself and then we can still see all the comments and everything.
I did that.
Awesome. So how are you tonight?
I did that.
Awesome. Is there a lag?
No, but it's breaking up a little bit, it seems like.
Oh, is it? Is it? Okay. Well, how are you?
I'm doing great. How are you doing?
I'm amazing. I'm amazing. I had an amazing class tonight. We taught an awesome class tonight. I loved it. I loved it. I love teaching. I love our peeps. I love Tuber came out. Other folks that are in the area came out. King was there. Arlene was there.
Nice.
Awesome. King's daughter was there and her beloved.
Wow.
And King's daughter is pregnant with his 4th grandbaby. Oh, it's a family affair. Yes. This is a family affair in there tonight. Absolutely amazing. Amazing, amazing, amazing. I'm so grateful. So tonight's show is on Is this still freezing up or is it okay? Is it coming through okay? No, still.
It's kind of freezing up.
Oh.
I wonder, the love tours, is it freezing up on your end or is it just my side?
And it's 11:11.
What's up?
I'm wondering the same thing. I'm gonna go look at I'm gonna pull up
Your thing is on.
I'm gonna pull up comments real quick. Want to pull up comments real quick.
Okay, all the comments are saying they hear you well.
Oh, good. Okay.
Lovely Davis is seeing what?
Hi, love tubers. You hear me okay?
Yeah, they said they hear you okay.
Oh, yay! Yay! I'm happy.
Hey, Life on the Move.
Life on the Move lot is in the house. Yes. So, tonight's show. Why relationships fail. What's the good word? That's our topic for tonight. What is the good word about that? Where do we want to start with this one? You hear me okay?
I hear you now. You said, where do we want to start?
Oh, yeah. Where do we want to start with this one? Why relationships fail?
Ooh, that's a long, deep question.
You want to start us off?
I guess we could develop a list and talk about some of the stuff. Because there's so much. There's not really, there's always one reason, you know what I mean? But we don't want to go there. We'll talk about it later because I think my real reason is lack of love. But
woo! You know, that's the same thing that came up for me too. That is the thing that came up for me is The reason relation, one word, and that is fear, which is also the opposite of love, lack of love. For sure. What's your lack of love? Ooh, your screen looks fit. Oh, now you're clear. Okay, now you're clear.
No.
Me okay?
Yeah, I
You
think
hear
it is mine.
Oh,
I think
really?
Yeah, you keep freezing, but it must be. It says. I think it says it's mine.
Really?
Yeah, let me check something. Go ahead, keep talking.
Okay. Okay. Hey, peeps. Let us know what's happening. Looking at the chat, but I don't see it yet. The chat is still unfolding, and so in a second we'll be able to see. I'll be able to see the chat. Also, I just pulled up the chat. I got on the feather earrings tonight. OMG, it has been a long and amazing day. Today I was live on my YouTube channel, and I tell you, we're doing spiritual hacks, and I'm just committed to showing up every day on social media, sharing a powerful message. I'm just committed. How is it? Is it good? Is it good? I see you clearly.
Yeah, it looks good so far.
Yeah, it looks good. It looks good. So, if we don't get it right this evening, then we might have to tape the show and upload it. We might. But let's see how good it can. Oh, it's better now. Hey, I hear you and see you too. Hey, Dan. Yeah, Brown Boy. Wiz got the businessman thing going tonight, right? Brown Boy says, businessman, Wiz. Yeah, Brown Boy, Wiz has got his businessman look on tonight. He had a business meeting tonight. Yeah. Oh, hey, I hear you. Okay, family, let us know. Let's do a sound check.
Yeah.
See both of us okay. Sound check, family. Can you see and hear both of us okay?
You hear and see me clearly. Can you hear and see me clearly?
Yeah, can you
Val,
hear?
do it again.
Oh, can you hear and see me clearly? Are you hearing me clearly, Wiz? No, Wiz?
Mine seems
Are you
clear,
hearing it?
but I think it's mine. Let's see what it says. They're saying you sound great, so Lorenzo said he can hear us clearly. Mine say yes.
But you can't hear me, though.
Ryan Leo Love said the audio's breaking up a bit.
Interesting. Okay.
And when I look at the replay on The Witch and the Wizard, it's like delayed.
Uh-huh. Okay.
All right. Let's move forward.
Okay. Roll with it.
Yeah.
Roll with, oh, insecurity. Let's start by blaming everyone involved.
What happened?
Daniel Hogan is hysterical. He said, let's start by blaming everyone involved. No, just kidding. I love Daniel because he has a crazy sense of humor. Oh, he makes me laugh. Coach Tiffany, how you doing? Oh, Sacred Conjure, Monique, you're here. Oh, Sacred Conjure. Oh, get some rest tonight. Get some rest. Hey, Larry. Oh my goodness, Daniel. Woo, Daniel, you gave me a good laugh.
What's the last comment that you see?
The last comment?
See,
Let me scroll down. because you know what? It keeps winding round and round and round okay. Let's start with everyone involved. Just kidding. Lovey Davis said insecurity. And there's more comments after that. Let me see. Do you see these?
Which one? The last one I see is Lorenzo saying, Wizard, can you hear Val?
Oh, I don't see that one yet.
So it might be your connection.
Yeah. Okay, can see you now. Looks good now. Yeah, I'm seeing that. I'm seeing that. I actually think that if I close out this window where the chat is, it will be a better connection because it seems like it's swirling. So Wiz, you want to let us know what the comments are?
Yeah, the last one was Wizard, can you hear Val? Then the rest, we kind of looked at it. Deidre said you look beautiful.
Oh,
Lovely David said she can hear both of us.
Thank you. Well, I'm happy our peeps are here. I am so happy our peeps are here. And I'm going to close this window so we'll get a better, I think that will help. Hold on.
Did you close all your windows down?
I did. I closed everything else. Is that better? Is that better?
Like now your screen is was frozen for a second.
Oh, okay.
Like your you know how your email page comes up?
Yes.
It's okay. Let's roll.
Okay. Are you hearing me okay though? Are you?
It's
yes.
choppy.
No. What's that?
Like now you're frozen.
Okay.
It was choppy. You were frozen for a bit. Like now you're moving like in slow motion.
Okay. I don't know. I think we might have to do you want to restart the live and see if we
Okay, cool. Do you want to do it on your laptop maybe? Oh, that's strange. Yeah.
Yeah, I'm on my laptop. So I don't know.
All right, let's just roll with it then.
Okay, roll with it. So talk to us. Lack of love. That's why relationships fail. Lack of love.
I think at the end of the day, that's what it is. But let's discuss all the small petty stuff.
Well, you know, I was listening to Gary Zukav today, and he said all of the things that humans experience found out who the real self is, that they wouldn't love us for exactly who we are. All of that has to do with the frightened parts of our personality. Fear. So either we're coming from love or we're coming from fear. And all issues, if we were to put them in a big bucket, it's coming from fear. And we are coming from love. So the short answer is fear or lack of love. The longer answer and the more expounded answer of how all that plays out, jealousies, insecurities, envies, abandonment, pushing people away, withdrawing from love, denying love, blocking love, all that stuff all adds up. Next thing you know,
yeah.
Relationships in trouble. Did you hear me okay?
I have an idea.
Yeah.
I have an idea. Are you there?
Yes.
Let's call each other on the phone and we'll put our earpiece in.
Okay. Great idea.
It sounds like our people can hear us, but we can't. We're choppy with, like, you keep chopping for me, but it sounds like some of our people can hear you clearly. So let's get the earpiece on, let's get on the phone, and let's continue the show and they'll catch what they catch. But at least we can have the conversation.
Got you, Wiz. See, that's why he's around, because he be figuring out all this tech stuff that I would not have thought of this. Unless we gonna make this show work tonight. We are gonna make it work. Okay. I tell you, he's a genius. He hates when I say nice stuff about him, though. He does. He does not let me compliment. Every time I say, "Oh, that's a great idea," every time I say, "Wow, you did that thing," he's like, "Glenn, whatever. Back to the subject at hand." Like that. Don't tell him I said so. That'll be our little secret, okay? He's about to answer the phone, so that's us here. Don't tell the Wiz I said that. I think he's brilliant, but hey, now. Give him a second. Come in. I love this idea. This is so good.
Yeah, you can hear me?
Oh my goodness, we can roll. Wiz, you always be
I don't know. This is
You saved the day, man. I was like, how are we going to do this? How is we going? So this whole relationship thing, go for it. So at the bottom, it's all about lack of love. Could you say more about that?
No, we'll get into that later because that's the end of it. That's why you want to give the whole thing up right now. We got a show to do. You can't go. Can people get a little foreplay?
It's not part of the show.
I mean, it is, but that's what it all boils down to.
Yeah.
But I mean, if it's that simple, then people wouldn't need to talk to anybody. We got to break it down, and we need to get into it, and we need to talk about some examples so that people can connect to it and stuff like that. You know?
Absolutely.
Yeah, because this is more of a conversation / session, informative or whatever. We can't just be like the answer is 1,000. So.
How did y'all arrive at that answer? Show your work, like how they used to tell us to work. So where shall we start? Do we want to start with an example? Because two examples that we could play with. One example is my own. I'll go to my own relationship. I was going to use a different example, but I'll go to my first marriage. In my first marriage, that it wound up ending in divorce. We were going two separate ways. We were going like this. I was having my soul unfoldment. I was having the depression after having the baby, after having Sarai. And we were going like this. And it was very apparent we were going like that. So what happens? What are you doing like that? And you both know it. You're going like that.
You're asking me?
Sort of a rhetorical question, like putting like the only option I saw was, okay, we're going like that. You keep going like that. And you want to know something? It was the best because he went on to be remarried and he married and you know what was very interesting about who he married?
Yeah.
Is that we had from way back in the day.
Okay.
Always had a really good relationship. That was the amazing part of it, they always had a great relationship. So
Yeah.
when we broke up, my mom said to me, this is what's going to happen. He's going that he already knows because, he's the kind of person, she just broke down a whole bunch of stuff. And it happened exactly how mom said it. It's funny because he got married to her and they've been married for 20 years. They're like this.
Wow.
But me and him was like this. And it was just getting worse and worse. So it was the best decision I could have ever made.
Mm-hmm.
So maybe sometimes relationships fail. I don't even call that a fail. I call it a completion. So maybe that's not a good example because right? That's not a good example, is it? It wasn't a fail. It was, I'm complete here. Because some relationships are not supposed to last forever. These relationships are for a reason, a season, and a lifetime, right? Every relationship is not supposed to last forever. Some do, but some do not.
All right. Well, that's one way to look at it. But the way I look at it is this. That was actually one of my points of about relationships, and it's that the couples growing apart. All right. It's good that you look at it like that because that is what happened and that's the reality. And I think it's better to cope with it in that sense. If you look at it, if you take that approach, can you hear me clearly? And
yes.
People online, can you hear me clearly? Because I really think I kept thinking it's yours, but for some reason I think it's mine.
I perfectly.
Okay,
yeah.
let me see.
Yeah,
I had that, except we never converted to the other religion. Oh my God, they're having their own thing over there. I don't have no idea what it's talking about. But let me answer let me add to your statement, and then I'll go read some of the notes. So because they're not growing together. Yes, Maya and Daniel Hogan. Hold on. The only failed relationships are the ones that don't know they have been completed. Yes, and the thing is this, that let's break it down even lower than that. Maya and Oris Oasis, great point. Thank you, Tiffany. The thing is that's one of my things of the growing apart. When couples are together, I mean, you need to have your own space and you need to be your own person, but you have to be really careful with what that means. Because as a couple, you want to be your own person, but you have to grow together. So I don't care if my couple is doing basket weaving or what it is that she's doing. If I have no interest in it, I still have to be a part of it in some sort or some sense, because that basket weaving is going to turn into a class that she's taking for that. Then that's going to turn into people that she's around. Now it's going to turn into influences. Now it's going to turn into possible change of spirits or change of whatever. So it's not about being insecure and saying, oh, let me go infest all her stuff. It's about getting with the program, growing with your couple, doing things together. Even if you're not doing it with her or with him, get in that area, in that circle, so that you're up to date, so that you know what's going on. Because before you know it, you'll be lost and you'll be two totally different people living under the same roof, doing your own things. So what's going to happen then? I mean, and you have to find a way to be involved in each other's lives, yet give each other your own individuality.
I love that. In the book Conscious Loving by Gay and Kathleen Hendricks, they said the two things that's always happening in relationships, like the two things is fear of engulfment and people that, don't like to be smothered. Like if they're with a smotherer, of engulfment, like fear of just being smothered. And then the other one is fear of abandonment, and they're clingy because they're afraid of the other person going away. But in relationship is that interplay. Fear of engulfment, you're always on top of me. And fear of abandonment is, I don't ever see you, where are you? And both of them, how to balance those two sounds almost similar to that there must be your own, you got to balance that. That's
Yeah,
not
it's
an
kind
easy
of
thing to balance.
No, well, it is if you love the person, because it's like your kids. Like, you can have kids in your house and you can't expect them to ask to tell you the right information. You have to pry it from them in some sense. I mean, you'll find out crazy things just talking to a kid over lunch or over anything. They don't know what's important to tell you. They don't know a process of why they got smacked. They don't know to tell you, well, last week he did this, and yesterday he was looking at me funny. Today he had his fist balled up. And so you have to stay in communication. Now, I believe, again, going back to our final point, that when you can't do that, or it's so difficult, there has to be some sort of lack of love or something. Because when you love somebody or you love something, you don't care if they are mud diving or doing the opposite of what you want. You love it. If someone is thick and you like skinny, but you're in love with them, you're gonna like thick. You know what I mean? All of a sudden, you have something for thick people. I mean, so it's an ongoing process, but it's something that we have to become aware of. A lot of times in relationships, we get so caught up in the in and out and the days and the daily grind that you forget all these things. And people can get lost being in their own home. So you have to really pay attention to being in tune with your partner and their life. I mean, they ask them what's going on at work. Be tuned in with what's happening and what are they feeling, because a lot of times when you start going into new movements and people grow and change all the time, then what happens is that you end up changing and growing apart. Talking, I'll look at some of the comments while you speak.
There is, on the one hand, there is a relationship that would be really good if the two people worked at it. And then on the other hand, there's a relationship that these two people don't need to be together anyway. So
yeah, there is. There is, but I think that can happen without you growing apart. You can know you don't belong with somebody without having to grow apart and not like each other, because then that's just talking about you had some other issues, you know what I mean, or they had some other issues in the relationship that you, and we're all guilty of that. I mean, I know I've gone through that, so I'm sure everybody has.
They even say that if you're in a relationship and the love has turned into hate, and now the relationship is going, that really meant that the people stayed around too long in the relationship, because both of them probably knew it. One or both knew it, because we're all connected and we really know the truth about we want to acknowledge it or not. So both knew it, but they both probably stayed, didn't acknowledge it, whatever, and the love soured into hate. And you see these people now that were in love, and now all of a sudden they're in hate. And really, that thin line between love and hate, I think it's probably the love and passion. It's still passion, just that it goes to the other extreme on the passion continuum, and it turns into even crimes of passion. So
yeah.
Right?
Yeah. Let me answer some of the question. Maya Galera says, okay, but why even be in a relationship if you want to be alone or left alone? Even those people that want to be left alone can find a relationship like that. They just need to find somebody that's like them. There's people that need more space than others. I mean, it can vary. So if you have any further questions that ask, let me move on to Daniel Hogan. He says, if your core values are the same, then it doesn't matter what your partner does that you may not do. Daniel, yes and no, because when we're talking about connection and growth, core values are in some senses irrelevant. I'll give you an example. Let's suppose you're dating someone and they go off to let's suppose to Bangladesh, or they're going on a spiritual retrieval for about a year, and you have no contact with this person. Your values could be the same, but what she's learning out there, the meditation, the spiritual growth, the connections that she's making with individuals. You know, when you go on a spiritual retreat, you're gonna have some struggles. Struggles build and bond strong relationships. When that stuff happens, they're growing. You can grow apart easily. So it's not about core values. We're talking about now changing and manifesting, or I guess having a certain mutation that the core values aren't always going to be something that's going to still put that magnet together. So in some senses you're right, but in the sense that I'm saying, it can be somewhat minimal in a sense. I don't want to say minimal because core values are huge, but in a sense, like, it doesn't mean it's not going to stop it, because you could still have the same values and not cheat or not do anything, but that doesn't matter. That doesn't mean your soul is not connected to somebody else and to other things. You want to touch on that, Val, or we moving to the next sentence, to the next question?
I ain't saying nothing about that one.
All right. So my Galera, people get lost in their own minds, their own selves. Ma, you're actually right. And that's another thing that, talking about what Val was speaking of, and even what I said, a lot of times when you get lost like that, or when you grow apart, it's really your subconscious fighting, not wanting to be with that person anyways. So a lot of times it's not that you being crazy, it's just that you seriously don't want to do that anyways. Lovey Davis, yeah, he wasn't clear with his expectations. I'm not sure what that is. Now, Daniel Hogan said, I think individualism is gone once you become committed to someone. I don't think so.
Wow.
You're right, you do become one, but there is still some sense of you, who you are. And remember that we're all came into this earth alone and we're leaving alone, you know, and our connection is with Source, with God, with our Creator. So there's always going to be some sort of individualism. But that doesn't mean that you have to be unconnected or not meshed together as one. Because trust me, if you jump in front of a car and your partner doesn't, you're going to get hit and they not. So you got something for that, Val? I'm going to move on to the next one.
I love this conversation because it's a line to walk in a relationship, to be self with another. And I do believe there's room for individualism, not this, while in a relationship with self. And a lot of times people don't know the distinction between being lonely and being alone. Being lonely is the absence of something or someone. So a person says, oh, nobody's around, I feel lonely. Being alone, which I actually love. I actually love being alone. Being alone is the presence of self. So while being lonely seems like something's missing, being alone feels like the presence of self. And every relationship I've ever been in, I have had to have that into self. I've had to have pursuits that I have that are not shared pursuits in the relationship. I find that it grows me as a person. I find that there's something to talk about when we get back together. But I do know that there are some couples that do everything together and they love that too. But I just was never that kind of gal. Not everything together.
Mm-hmm.
So I like the individualism. I love with self time and I love connection time. The only thing about it is people naturally know when they need space and they naturally draw apart. What I've seen has been problematic in a relationship is when a person wants the other person to come closer, but the other person needs space. If you're in a relationship and both of you kind of are in this beautiful wax wane, like I've been there too before, that both of us were the kind of people that loved alone time, and we seem to kind of naturally gravitate to alone time and then naturally gravitate back. It was sort of a wax wane kind of thing. But if you're in a situation where you're going off and then they're not wanting you to go off,
mm-hmm. I was just answering to some of them.
Mm-hmm.
All right, we're pretty caught up on those things. So that's one of the things. So that's one of the things that I had thought about as well. So so it just all depends. And just remember too that the other thing is that we always have this variable. You know, when we're dealing with people in the human mind, like I always say this, there are so many extraneous variables that we can't always put a finger on exactly what it is. And that's why you always have to go with how you feel, and that's that. Because you just never know. Like your situation, Val, you looked at it as it was time to move on. I would look at it as how did we grow apart? But at the end of the day, that's where you're at, and it's done. Because now when you get to that point, now we have to see, oh, can I actually fix this? Do I want to actually fix this? Can we actually grow together now? So that's another thing. You know what I mean? Thanks, Life on the Move. And Maya Aguilera,
That's a lot. Though once people grow apart, there's a lot to bring it all the way back to
not necessarily
get cozy again. Get that? Do you find?
Yeah. I think it just depends on what you did or what is exactly growing apart. I mean, let's be honest. How far apart can you grow with someone and not get separated? You know, I mean, if you're talking about people that have been doing it for 4 or 5 years, I'm like, come on now. Come on. That should have been done and over. You know what I mean? So it just all depends. We can't say, because some people are masochists. Some people like to suffer and they can go through that. Some people have a greater need, a desire that they're willing to fix it. Some people are truly in love, and love can shift anything. And I'll tell you one thing that could change anything, and that's love. And, you know, that's God, you know, and God is love. So that will shift things in a second. I've had clients that, like I said before, that they've hated each other for 2 years. And all of a sudden they're back in love. And they're thanking me. And I'm like, I didn't do that. That was you guys. You know, like I was just here listening and giving you feedback. But I didn't do any of that. You did it. You did the work. Well, how did it happen? Something must have clicked. Then that's as a counselor, a lot of times that's something that we might struggle with, because you don't really know what's going to happen when you have to just keep grinding, because you don't know what's going to click or when something's going to click for someone. So we can't say.
I do know that the inner voice tells us what to do, and many times we don't want to listen. I remember in my second marriage, I remember the day the voice said to me, real simply, be out. And it didn't say it with judgment. There was no heat on it. There was no fanfare. It was simply be out. It took me 9 more years to actually terminate the whole thing. And that was painful. That was painful. And in Kabbalah, they call it unnecessary process. That when the voice speaks to you and you heard it clearly, I heard it clearly, and I did not do what it guided me to do. Everything after that is unnecessary process, meaning that I don't myself through this suffering. I'm doing it because I did not pay heed to this within here.
Daniel Hogan, I might need to get some clarity from Daniel Hogan. I'll read you his message. Need to ask, if someone is connected to their twin flame, which I love when you talk about the twin flame, Val. Val loves that. Val's had a couple clients
Everybody
like that.
wants the twin flame. Whoa. Okay.
Look, I don't get a lot of twin flame couples, but we could work with that. So he says, if someone is connected to their twin flame, for instance, then can the feelings one of them has be coming from the other? I don't know if you understand fully. I need some clarity, but if you can understand, you can answer, or we can wait for his clarity.
Yes, because some say that twin flames are actually soul. I don't completely agree with that, but the twin flame connection is ridiculous. I mean ridiculous. It feels like you actually are inside the other person and like the other person is inside of you. It is ridiculous. But that twin flame relationship is so difficult. It's so challenging because the job of the twin flame is your ascension, your evolutionary ascension. And your twin flame will not just bring up your stuff, they will jump up and down on your wounds. Compassion, it is love. It don't feel compassionate. And that twin flame relationship, very, very, very difficult. Very difficult. And I find most people are not even willing to go through what's required in a twin flame relationship. I certainly wasn't. I had enough. I was watching Matt Kahn. I am done. Give me a soulmate any day. Thank you. And we have many soulmates. We don't just have one soulmate. We have many soulmates. So, you know, people say, I want to find my soulmate. You already found your soulmate because you probably have a mother that's a soulmate, a father that's a soulmate, maybe a spouse that was a soulmate. We travel in soul clans and soul clusters. Soulmates on the planet that are in your soul clan. And I would rather be a relationship than a twin flame relationship. I'll tell you the honest truth. However, something keeps telling me to speak to this, so I'm going to speak to it. And this is very personal. Y'all don't mind if I go there? Let me ask permission first before we go there.
Why?
Can we go there?
Hey, our viewers are about it.
They about it.
They're from the school of Master P.
I'm going to tell you. Yeah, they ready? I'm going to tell you what my experience was in this twin flame relationship. First of all, we both knew we were twin flames, and I don't know if he really subscribes to twin flames because he's not in like the spirituality realm. He's more a religious person. He's a Baptist, and he is the father of my daughter. So we're still in communication all the time. And even now, if I don't pour love on it, just like yesterday, we were having a text conversation, and it could get a little and then second I pour love on it, it gets clear, right? So I just have to always stay in a place of pouring love on it. But I will tell you how bizarre this is. He had a dream about me before he met me. And he said, I saw you in a dream. And he saw me in a dream years before he met me. And it was crystal clear. So the night he met me, he knew I was the woman. I was from the dream. One day we were sitting at the kitchen table.
Go ahead, I'm listening.
One day we were sitting at the kitchen table and I said to him, when we met, was I new or was I familiar? And then I cringed a little bit because it was so familiar. It was so familiar. It was like we had done everything. The deja vu used to come almost daily. It was so familiar. And I said, I was cringing a little bit for the answer because you know how you ask a question, you already know the answer, but you don't want to really.
Yeah, you don't want to know. You don't want to know.
Yeah, you know, because then it's just going to confirm everything that you already really do know. I said, when I met you, was I familiar? He said, you were familiar. And when he said it, it just went like a lightning bolt through me, right? But this was the personal part that I want to share with y'all. I love to spoon, okay? I'm one of these cuddly people. I love to spoon. I have never in my life, ever in my life, had an experience of when I was spooning him. I've never, it felt like we went straight to heaven every time. It wouldn't even be sex or intercourse. It would be full body naked spooning. It felt like heaven. Now, I know that sounds somewhat bizarre, and I know that may be unusual, but when we were spooning, there was, I don't know what it was. It could have been Tantra, and I was or didn't know it. There was something that literally heaven, like a connection that it was, all I can describe it as is heaven. I can't describe it any other kind of way. And it only happened in this particular experience in the full body spoon, no clothing. It was bizarre. I've never experienced anything like that. What are our people saying? Am I being crazy or what?
No, they're loving you. They like, preach foul. Let's go. Let's go.
I can tell y'all some stories. Let me tell you. I can tell some stories that have your hair curled up like where it's naturally curly. Let me tell you, you wouldn't need no rollers. Your hair would just curl straight up.
Maya Aguilera was saying her too. She's had that experience too.
Did you? So you'll know what I'm talking about.
And Daniel Hogan said he asked the universe to bring him his true love. Then he had dreams about meeting her. 3 months later, he met her.
Did you meet her? Did Daniel meet her?
Yeah, 3 months later. And Life on the Move said, you're not crazy. Brown Boy said, I love spooning. Yo, spooning is the jam. Let me tell you something. I remember being in a long relationship, like 4 years, and breaking it off. People were like, why are you so depressed? Like, what do you miss the most? I was like, just spooning. like I'm sleeping with a pillow now. Like spooning. I was like, if she wasn't so ratchet, I would let her back over here just to spoon. But, you know, then I gotta deal with the rest of the stuff.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And that is so wild, because when we actually the magnetism of it, we would actually be in hotel rooms. Now, how crazy in hotel rooms to make love and then spoon? How crazy is that? Get our own house, because our family and my daughter would be like, what in the world? Didn't y'all break up? It was just, but there was this. This is Tantra talks, okay? This is for grown folks conversation.
Yeah.
OMG, so the spooning is out of the world. And I would say
Maya Aguilera says she loves spooning.
Love it. And
Life on the Moon loves spooning too.
Oh my God, spooning, and a full body spoon with no clothes on, both full bare.
Oh my God, that's the best. Oh yeah. Oh Lord. Oh. That's the best. At least take everything off. If you want to keep your underwears off, but you got to take everything off. I need that skin on skin.
Off. That's
skin on skin.
Skin on skin. It's a wrap. It is a wrap.
Seriously.
So there you have it. That's my little story. I got a few more where that came from, but I ain't letting everything. It's only one show.
Daniel Hogan says he still talks. He knows that. He says she has a lot of issues I didn't have, and I feel them, but it's also resurfaced old issues I had already resolved. And that's where I'm at with the twin flame thing. And Val was like, that's probably why she's saying she'd rather have a soulmate. But if you know me, I like all the drama, because I'm like, well, there's something wrong with me then. If I got all this, if I'm so upset, there's something wrong with me. I was upset earlier today after my meeting, and I was like, why am I tripping? There's something wrong with me. You know, why am I letting these other people, you know, like you get out of a meeting, you're tired, I've been running around all day. I'm exhausted. And I'm like, no, we're not going through this right now. We're not. Y'all not really just, no, it's not happening. And we got to kind of check ourselves. So I like it because I promote growth. I love it. I love when somebody irks me, because I'm like, I got something growing to do.
It's true. It's true. Somebody asked me the other day on my channel Val, are you enlightened? I said, huh? I started laughing because it was a good question. I said, well, if you ask some of the people in my life, but when you when you see me around some of the people in my life, you will quickly get the answer to that question. The answer is no. No. I ain't enlightened. Like, let me get around somebody. I'm not enlightened yet. I'm still on planet Earth trying to figure it out like everybody else. OMG.
All right. Wow, they are going off on this chat. Hold up. I can't even speak. Hold up.
Wow. I think the spooning. Did I get us all in a tizzy over
life
the
on the, yeah, you got them going wild. Life on the Moon says she likes cuddling with her teddy bear. Becky Lee said, please stop speaking my life. Becky said, geez.
Come on.
And Brown boy say bucket naked about the spooning. Hey, brown boy, you gotta do that.
Got to be.
And the best part is, and the best part of spooning bucket naked is when you have the body parts touching and in the cracks, but nothing is happening. Like that's a great feeling.
That is an amazing. And we could also go with the professional cuddlers. You know, we do have now professional cuddlers that is, but they got on all clothes for spooning.
Yeah, that's what I'm about to say. You can't be cuddling no strangers naked. That's not gonna happen. God.
So it needs a professional cuddler. They do have them. You can even look them up right here on YouTube. There are many professional cuddlers.
Or email us. Email us. We know a couple good ones. But Val got the list.
Yeah, I have a list.
Hey, and you don't know, Val might pop up in your house. Like
you never know. I might be the cuddler. You never know.
You never know. Open the door, like close the door, be like, oh no, the Wiz is coming too.
Yeah, no, then he'd be like, we ain't letting the witch in without the Wiz. Where's the Wiz? Okay, both of y'all come in, one in front, one in back. We give you a magic of love sandwich. We put Wiz in the back and me in the front, and you're in the middle.
Oh my God! All right, life on the mood. Life on the mood. Hugs to you back.
Love you. Love you.
I care too, and we're both single. Daniel said they're still both single. Keep talking. Let me read some of these.
The professional cuddlers keep all their clothes on, however.
I got a question for you.
Oh.
Sorry to go off topic. This is more important than the cuddlers, though. And we'll get back to the cuddlers later. Lovely Davis says, how would you know if you are in a relationship with your twin flame? Now, besides you wanting to kill each other and bang each other out, besides wanting to choke them and put it in at the same time, you be in there like this.
You are
private parts purple, face purple. You answer that, Val, because I'm gonna get too excited talking about this one. You answer that.
Oh my God! I can't believe you said that, man. You are crazy. There are like 7 signs that you're in a twin flame relationship, and I will give you a YouTube channel here on YouTube. The best twin flame relationship channel I have ever seen in my life, and I have studied twin flames extensively because I was looking for answers. I was so with this man and still so with this man. It was like a person makes you so, they're also so irresistible that it's like that. It was
yeah.
Woo! And I tell you one thing. One conversation that we had, this was long after we broke up and went our own ways. We were sitting in a restaurant and we're just having a conversation, and I'm sharing something with him. And he says one thing, and it was like a boulder of emotion came up. Do you know what I'm talking about, Wiz? Yeah. It wasn't like a wave of emotion. Ooh, I feel a little teary-eyed. It wasn't like, oh, man, that hurt my heart. Or, ooh, I feel that in my stomach. It was a boulder. Like a volcano.
Said that's how it feels, though.
Oh, my God. It was like a volcano. I could not even cope. I couldn't drive. And tears streaming down my face. I was messed up. And I had an hour to process myself back to planning that when we came out of that restaurant, I could go to my car because I literally needed a whole hour before it was time for me to pick my daughter up from school. It was 2-something and she didn't get out till 3-something. That's how much it is. This twin flame relationship is, and it's about healing some old soul wounds that are from back, I don't know how long. But there are 7 signs of the twin flame relationship. Of the twin flame relationship also. There's the meeting, and then once there's the meeting, there's the fleeing. So they do have running. Yeah.
Oh yeah, no, that's for sure. And it's like, where are you running? They're gonna get you anyways again.
They gonna get you. They gonna
But
get
just wait for phase 3. Just wait for phase 3. It's okay.
But I will tell you the purpose of that twin flame was fulfilled because it was for my daughter to come. Veronica was the purpose of that twin flame relationship. And I was pregnant. I'll say something. I was pregnant, and at 5 months, I lost the baby. I went to the doctor. I had a miscarriage. I went to the doctor. I'll tell this story one day on my YouTube channel. And I was writing poetry, and I was so sad. I was so sad that I had this miscarriage. And I go into the doctor and had the miscarriage in the toilet. It was rough. And I wrote and we had named her. And so I was writing poetry to her. And then I got pregnant with Veronica, right?
Yeah.
When Veronica came, maybe about 2-3 years ago, I was showing Veronica the poem. And do you know what Veronica told me pretty much in essence? That she was the same soul as the other one.
Wow.
That miscarriage was her.
Wow.
So a soul will circle around the mother and father, right? Until it can come through. And if it comes through and something's not right in the body, the soul will release. And then the soul will still hover, and then it'll come in again. So
wow.
Purpose of our twin flame relationship, for us to heal on very deep levels the things that we did heal together, which was a lot, and for Veronica to come through. So we fulfilled the purpose of that relationship, and we are very happy apart. And he's actually engaged. It's very funny. After I don't work out as their wife, which is good. But they're all still in love with me. But they get married again, because I can just tell when I'm around them, and I can feel it. I can just tell they still love me. But they're the men that need wives. And wives are very important. So that's.
Kahet said that you are a very busy woman. Davis says, lovely Davis saying, wow. Brown Boy said, that's deep. Oasis said, Val, that's beautiful in a way words cannot completely express. They love it. Now, Daniel Hogan said, because my ex was a narcissist and I didn't want to be attached to her that way. Also, we have the Health Connection, who was also agreeing with you, and she came and said hi, everybody. So hi to Health Connection. How are you doing? Dr. B on the beach.
That's Dr. Denise Bacchus.
What does it say? Oh, that's right, Dr. B.
Yeah, that's Dr. B on the beach in the Bahamas. That's Dr. Denise.
I don't know why I was saying, I don't know why I was thinking Dr. D, and I was like, oh, it sounds like Dr. D. It is. What's up, Dr. Denise Bacchus? I just want to touch on a piece that you left out, and you mentioned. So besides you bringing souls to the spirit and saving some souls, you're also bringing souls to their wives. Then, right? It sounds like besides saving souls and bringing them to the Lord, you're also saving souls and bringing them to their next wives. It sounds like you got a dual purpose. You're like a dual savior. You like Moses.
First we heal.
You got a little Moses in you and a little Jesus in you. That's like that. You go ahead straight to heaven, and you get on the boat. You're gonna meet somebody over there. We're gonna bring 2 of y'all.
And like what's really beautiful? Both of their new wives fit. I was just too wild. I was too wild. I was my own woman. I felt like a lot of men can't handle a woman that's her own woman because they're going to be wanting her to be listening to them. I wasn't about that. And I don't know. Things that they have now would be they're than being with me, much calmer.
Daniel Hogan picking up with the numbers. Sorry, go ahead.
Much
and it
calmer.
says you have 22 views on now. Isn't 22 the number of relationships? Sorry.
Ooh, 22. I was born under master number 22. Daniel, you're speaking my language. That's my number.
Mm-hmm. But go ahead. I'm so sorry I interrupted you, Val.
No. I was complete. That was it. Just that they both are now in happy relationships. I'm happy for them.
So Arlene Cahet says they were perfecting themselves with Reverend Val. but you know what? You know what's crazy though? You know what's crazy, Val? That Cahet, she says that, but we really do that though. And when I was younger, I couldn't get it. Like I was like, why am I still trying to help this person? And I was always trying to help somebody. Like, I can't leave her. We're not done with her yet. It's like my mom or whoever I would tell, they were like, done with her? You ain't Jesus. What are you talking about? Done with her?
You're trying to save her
like,
soul.
Yeah.
Yes.
I'm like, no, she has a place to go. And I just truly believe, and I know you do as well, Val, because we've talked about this. Like, I don't think you should ever leave anyone worse off than they were before you got with them. I really believe that there's a sense of responsibility. And I know for me, sometimes there's a thin line, and a lot of times I go above and over, and I have to be like, oh, wait, I didn't sign up for all of this. But there is a sense of responsibility of leaving people better off than they were when they were with you. And most of the time that is possible. It's just whether we're willing to do it or not. But
it's so true.
Sorry.
You have a real loving, caring spirit that's like, we can't leave them like this. She's messed up. We can't just leave the person like that. I love that. But you know, we have that. I'd be like, they got to get themselves together because nobody to save you or nobody else. Together, young lady, step it up. You can't be waiting for some man to save you now. Come on now, get your work together.
Thank you, Lovey Davis. But go ahead. Oh, she said, Bravo said he's speaking in tongues. He said, Shanda Shanda. I ain't even gonna read that. Bravo said he's speaking in tongues. Hold on. Daniel Hogan does the social construct we live in interfere in relationships? Oh yeah, we're gonna go there too.
Yes, I love that.
We have not moved on. We have not moved on. We have not moved on. Let's go to the next thing. Let's go to the next one, Val, and I'll respond by hand to some of these messages. What's the next thing that damages relationships and why relationships don't work?
How about insecurity and jealousy? That was a big one.
Yeah.
Yeah. Insecurity,
get it.
jealousy, envy.
Get it.
Yeah. Insecurity. And that is like a weed. Insecurity and jealousies and envies are like weeds that choke out the garden. That's what they feel like to me. Even when they're coming up in me, they feel bad. They feel so bad. But there's some powerful emotions. You know what I heard today, Wiz? You may like this. I was listening to Gary Zukov today, and he said, you can't control what emotions come up. People do whatever they're doing. Yet we can, with self-awareness, choose. So if I'm with someone and I feel envy coming up, I don't have control that the envy came up. It's coming up to show it's be in there. What am I going to do about it is the question. And since he said that's a frightened part of my personality, security, will this person leave me? Am I lovable? Will I be alone? Will I be abandoned? All that stuff that comes up for humans. Then am I going to choose to act from that, or am I going to choose love? So he was talking about knowing the frightened parts of our personality so well that when they come up, we can say, oh, I know what this is. And we can choose love and not just automatically react out of those frightened parts of our personality, where the insecurity, the jealousy, the envy lives in me, to not act from that place. But I tell you, that is a job. Woo, that's a job. It's very, 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 very challenging. I don't have that one mastered yet. As Wiz can tell you.
No, hold on. Yes, mindset, ego, Maya, you're definitely right. Controlling spirit was my issue. I got that. Daniel Hogan, you had two questions. I'm going to come back to it too. What if there were twin flames who are from different so-called racial groups? Would that play a role in them both not being able to merge together? I'll let Val get that in a second. I'll give you a really quick answer. No, I don't believe that, because we're talking about flames and we're talking about spirit, and spirit doesn't see color, time, or anything. But we'll get back to that, because Daniel Hogan had two good questions up top, and he talked about the social construct, and we'll talk about that as well later, actually. And actually, we might just take both of these. And I'm going to talk about, does the social construct we live in determine who we get involved with? The answer is it can, Daniel. Yes, it has a big part. Like, you know, birds of a feather flock together, and you're only as successful as the 7 people around you. But we'll touch on that later as well, because that's one of the things that I think damages relationships or ends relationships.
Is the people that the couple are around, you mean?
He's saying social construct. So it's gonna be that. It's gonna be economics. It's gonna be neighborhood. It's gonna be a lot of things. It's gonna be a lot of things. But go ahead. I'm sorry to go off into this. I just want to make sure we touch on some of their stuff.
Oh yeah, you're not going.
Because you know I love. Exactly. I gotta. Yeah, we need to answer these people. We need. Yes. I can't be having my people talking. We're not answering. Remember hearing that?
Well, when I tell you one thing, when we get 200 people on this live stream, we certainly gonna be able to keep up with every comment. But we get a. We're
gonna try. We're gonna try. So Brown Boy, yes, fear does turn into hate, and that's why a fear-based relationship doesn't always work. You know. So, do you want to move on, or do? Actually, let's go into Daniel Hogan's stop. Because that's one of the things that I think ruins relationships. And it's not only the social one. When we're talking about, when I looked at Daniel Hogan's question, I'm looking more at a holistic view on it. You know, we're talking about economics, we're talking about neighborhood, we're talking about people. But when I was thinking social, I was talking about your family and your friends, because y'all talk too much. Okay. Family and friends. Why you look? What's that look? Are you frozen, or are you giving me a look? Which?
Yeah, that's we know about
family and friends. My key thing is this. I'm gonna keep it real simple because it's 12:16, and we haven't even attached. I mean, we've been having a great conversation, but we haven't gone through all the steps, and I want to leave people with some nuggets as well, even though we've been doing that always, because we're always doing the work. And I'll get to your comments in a second, people, but this is my key thing. In a relationship, shut your mouth. If you're one of those people that has to talk, go talk to a stranger, go talk to the wall, go to McDonald's, get a $1 burger, sit next to a homeless person, give him the burger, and let him listen to you. Okay. You cannot, and I've fallen to this as well. You cannot talk negatively to your people about your mate.
That's true.
Because remember, your family, you're loved. They're outsiders. When people have a perception about an outsider, or they have a gut feeling, there's nothing to recover that as it would recover with you. For me, I'll take the blame every time, just to keep people outside of my relationship when it comes to stuff like that. Or if you want to talk to somebody on their side, somebody who's not going to judge them, or who's going to be like, wow, they're terrible, but still love them later on. You know what I mean? Don't go talking to people, because that's one aspect of it. And the second part of it is, stop trying to keep up with the Joneses, and stop comparing your relationship and things to other people and other people's relationships. because you never know all the intricate details involved in that. What works in somebody else's home doesn't mean it's going to work in yours, or doesn't mean that it should work in yours. So basically, shut it down, shut your trap, deal with it, or move on, or deal with it however you can. But don't put your mate in a bad situation with your people, because then it's going to be a whole gang up. It's going to be a whole tie change unnecessarily. And then this might be the relationship you need, but you can't do it because now you're not strong enough to go against your family and friends. So now that you're not strong enough to do that, now you just lost the person you're supposed to be with. So you go ahead and touch on that. Let me go look at these notes.
Wow.
What people are talking about.
And you know, when you tell your family and friends about your boo, you know they gonna all be on your side. They gonna co-sign,
Exactly.
of course. Right? They gonna co-sign you. Like, what? They did what? And next thing you know, even when you and your boo make up, their family still haven't made up with them, because the family don't love them like you love them. So that's absolutely. More relationships have broken up probably over that. What people were involved in the relationship. Only supposed to be the two. But Daniel, to the social regard to relationships, this is a really good question. Really good.
Yes, it is.
I'm reading a book, isn't it, Wiz?
Yes, it is.
Yeah,
Yes,
I love
is.
Daniel Hogan. He is just so insightful, and so I just love his conversation. And it's comical too. There's
Yes,
a book.
Oris.
Oh,
sorry. Oris says she decrees over 10,000 on this live stream. Yes, amen. Hallelujah, Oris. They always say. And Mai said, me too, Lovey Davis. Lovey Davis. I responded to Lovey Davis, so that's for you as well. Work on it. I'm sorry. Go ahead, Val.
Yay! Thank you, peeps. Peeps, remember to follow The Witch and the Wizard on Instagram as well. We're going to be posting a lot to Instagram. Make sure you hop over to The Witch and the Wizard on Instagram and get to The Witch and the Wizard and follow us on Instagram.
And I'm going to send the link to this. Some of you guys, I haven't been posting on my page like I should, or I will at some point. I'll be taking a trip soon, so I'll be having some free time. And I'm going to start posting some videos. Go to Roberto Amato and like and subscribe, and love you anyways. I'm going to put some stuff up there, and I'm going to do some Spanish stuff, because some of my Spanish-speaking people need some of this too.
You know you bring in Spanish people on this, or Spanish-speaking people on here. You know that.
Hey, when you start seeing Mexican hats on there and piñatas and you know.
Stop it. I'm reading a book. Daniel, there's a book that you might enjoy. It's called Marriage. And I'll get the exact title. The author. But this book is fascinating. And I've only read the first chapter in this book. This book is fascinating because relationships are so fascinating to me. I love, love, love reading about how people relate, right? So in this book, Marriage, A History, she goes thousands of years. She's like an anthropologist, whatever. She goes back thousands of marriage and what marriage means. This idea that we have today, this boy meets girl, they get married, live happily ever after, and the boy and the girl are together and they fulfill each other's needs on all of these two people. That's a fairly new concept. Like, that is probably only about 100 to 200 years old in like all of human history. Like, this modern concept that we have of marriage this is very fascinating if you read this book, because she shows you marriage, like, you know, over the eons. And in many periods of time, they didn't care if you were in love with your wife or not. The marriage was about land and children and passing on the family line. It wasn't about two people come together, fall in love, and never have sex with anybody else. That's a modern construct. Marriage was, we need these two people to be together. And actually, in China, they did not want the husband to fall in love with the wife, the one that they picked for him. If she didn't bear him children, they wanted to be able to tell him to dismiss her, divorce the wife, and get another one. But if he fell in love with her, he wouldn't dismiss her. He wouldn't listen to his parents. Most of the time, all these marriages were arranged, and these marriages are land and about children and carrying on the lineage. They didn't care who people had sex with. They didn't care if you loved the person, you didn't love them. That wasn't the question. You'll grow to love them, you know? And in India, that's been like that for eons. They pick your husband and the wife, right? And you grow to love the person. So arranged marriages, very, very, very big. And when there was an arranged marriage, that the wife was going to have someone who was her true love, and the husband was going to have someone that was his true love, and they were going to be in marriage. And as a matter of fact, she even says in this book, it's so fascinating, that it was actually considered a man to show affection to his wife, because that was just kind of considered just, I don't know what the word is, but not appropriate. Like, she is like the lady, you are the Lord. It's not acceptable to be hugging and kissing your wife. That's what you do with your lover. I mean, it's just so fascinating. So fascinating. Modern idea that we have of marriage in the history of humanity, and absolutely social constructs. And I say, you got to be true to you. You got to be true to you, regardless of what society says. Be true to you.
Yeah. And that'll answer part of one of the questions that he wrote that I didn't get to, and I don't see it. I'm trying to find it. But Orsoy said, yes, tell him Val. My said, I care about love. And my said, I crave to experience it. I think we all crave to experience love, mine. Let me go up to a little bit, but I'm with you on that, my. Life on the Move said Google Translate. That's probably earlier. Daniel Hogan talked about, well, he says something about, okay, he said, what is the irony of living? What is the irony of living in social construct is we live in, the social construct we live in is that it's founded on legal fiction. So could we all be living in a lie when you get involved with another? Yes, in many senses you can be, Daniel, because remember that a lot of us are shaped, molded more than others by this social construct and this lie that's created. But this is why forums like this, and this is why the work that we do is so important, because we have to teach people to get the true essence of what they are and what they're supposed to be doing here. So that's part of your job, to make sure that you're dealing with realness and not fakeness, and to make sure that you're dealing with someone that's at your level or somewhere that you want to get to, because then that would kind of diminish the fact of you living in a line of reality. And there are so many levels we could look at it. I mean, this whole world, is this really what life is really? Like, come on, seriously? I mean, we all have our missions here. Is this really the end all be all? No, I don't believe so. So it's all about weaving through it and kind of seeing what's so that's kind of Valerie also kind of answered it when she mentioned that. Now, Maya Aguilera said, that's why I don't tell anyone about my relationship issues unless they're the past relationships. Even the past ones, I don't tell people. That's not their business. We don't need a bunch of people judging and poking. Let me see what else.
Especially if it's not healed. If it's not healed,
yeah.
you're really going to have a problem, right?
Yeah. Daniel Hogan said, Cari Ramírez, sí, por favor, sí. Vete a Roberto Amado aquí en YouTube. Voy a poner un link aquí y para que me persiga también. Unfortunately, all these social constructs have been created by great barriers for true love. Yes, to create barriers for true love. And I really believe that, Daniel Hogan, because I think a lot of people know, and a lot of the people that are running a lot of stuff, they know the power of love, and the power of love is the power of God. You know, so they know that, and of course they don't want you tapping into that. You might become a superhero.
Hello. You wouldn't need
Like,
this society now. You wouldn't need all them constructs now, would you?
yeah, you're right. And that, I mean, you wouldn't follow. I mean, could you just imagine? And that's part of one of the trainings that I was going to do tonight, where I was. Just look at the power of love and what love does. Could you imagine trying to feed somebody BS who's in love or working under love? You can't do that. It wouldn't happen. You wouldn't even get near their mouth. So of course they do. Go ahead.
You know, Elon Musk says or believes that we are living in some kind of simulation, some kind of computer simulation, not very unlike the Matrix.
Yeah. Oh, Carrie has a question. Carrie, ask your question, Carrie. Life on the Moon. Thanks for letting us know that she had a question. I love Life on the Moon.
Life on the Moon, just love. Mwah, 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 mwah. Love you.
Yes, Oris said that original marriages were arranged for business and breeding purposes. Oris, you got some good history going on right there.
Yeah, and you can have sex with whoever you wanted to have sex with. The day, this newfangled thing that we have has, you know what? This is where I am with it. Does anybody ever watch Success? That show on TLC where it's Kleinfeld in New York, where they sell those amazing wedding gowns. It's all full of wedding gowns. Have you ever heard of that show? Say Yes to the Dress?
No.
No. Always said no. You wouldn't have probably have heard of it. But I wonder if any of our viewers, are any of them saying yes to the dress? It's on, I think, TLC or something like that. And it's women who go in to try on wedding gowns. That's the name of that's the whole show. And they're in Kleinfeld's, this amazing place in New York City, where they have all these designer gowns. Now, this is what I discovered from watching this. My daughter loves this show. And from hearing my daughter talk about the wedding, women have this fairy tale concept. I don't know if men have it. Maybe they have it too. I can only speak from the women's perspective. Women have this fairy tale concept, and you will see it so clearly on Say Yes to the Dress, that they are going to have this ball gown wedding, and it's going to be like Cinderella. And they've got this beautiful wedding, and they're the belle of the ball. And people want all that. But I wonder if they want the marriage that comes afterwards. But when you see, you see that this fantasy is alive and well. People are in a total fantasy about what this whole marriage thing really is about. Total fantasy.
Becky says she sees that show.
Fantasy. I watch it and I just can see the women that are just kind of in a fantasy. They want this beautiful gown and the whole Cinderella ball thing, the shining knight and the white, what do they call it? The knight in shining armor or whatever they call it.
Yeah, the knight in shining armor.
Knight in shining armor. You know, women, I do believe, until we wake up, because we're kind of bred with that myth, from our fantasy books that we read when we're little, damsel in distress, and here comes the knight to save her, you know? Yeah. And some women are still waiting for a man galloping on a horse and do something. And I would love people to simply love. Yeah. What does it doesn't have to look like anything. It doesn't have to look like a wedding dress or a tuxedo or this or that. It can if they wanted to. It doesn't have to. I love people to simply love. Can we truly love? That's my question.
Actually, and that's actually one of the things that I was going to talk about, as far as you touched on it, and that's a perfect example. That, do we know what a relationship is? What are one of the things that break up our relationships is false expectations and not knowing what a relationship really is. You know, we talk about a lot of people thinking the grass is greener on the other side. We talk about people not really appreciating what they have, and that's a whole nother subject as well, the appreciation. But just not having a real understanding of what a relationship is, that it's not always high, it's not always a roller coaster that's up top. And a roller coaster, it is a roller coaster, but it's up and down, you know. And you have to have that foundation, that love, that trust. You have to have something. And I don't like to say the foundation or the trust, because for some people it's not that. It's just something that you value to that level to take you there. You know what I mean? So like, that's one of the things that breaks up relationships too. Not knowing what a relationship really is, false expectations, and we all do that. Just like I've told you, you know, or you have a niece. I have a niece that's been calling me, and I'm like, "Hey, princess," and I'm like, "Oh, well, wait, let me clarify that for her." You know what I mean? Yeah, you know what I'm saying? Yes, feel like a princess, but no, you don't have a castle and a horse. So
because you know they hypnotize girls to all this stuff, and one day you're gonna get married. You know what? If you want to wear wedding gowns, throw a party for yourself every year and marry yourself on your own anniversary. You know, there was a woman who did it to me. Marry yourself and go from there. I took that advice. I was like, ooh, because the 2 marriages I had to mend didn't work out too well. So let me marry myself. This is working out well. I'm still with myself.
yeah. Hold on. There's a lot of comments now.
Decided I don't think I'm the marrying kind. I do not think I'm the marrying kind. I don't think I am. Something in me tells me I'm not a wife. Now, I know that there are some people who are wives. Such a free spirit.
I disagree with you.
What are our peeps saying?
I disagree with you. I disagree with you on that.
You disagree with me?
Yeah.
I'm not the marrying kind?
You're saying you're not the married kind. I think you are.
I'm the married. Well, I got married twice because I got married twice.
No, because I think that although you say you're not the married kind, you would like to be married. The thing is that you want it under what you want. And I think for some reason you feel that you might not have that. And not that you're not good enough to have it, but that it's a difficult bill to fill. And you're very independent and you actually don't need anybody. So you're cool with that. You know what I mean? Because you're doing your thing regardless. But I think you are the marrying type, because I think that, and it just might not be a conventional marriage like some people are talking about.
That must be it.
Yeah. So it just might be, it got to be somebody that ain't going to get in your way. It got to be somebody that's either going to roll with you or move out the way. And I mean, and all that is doable, because I think that you are the married type. You are very caring and you do take care of people. And I think that you're great for stuff like that. So I think that it just might be your perception of it, and the lack of necessity also, you know?
And the lack of what?
Necessity. You don't need nobody.
Oh. For some men, because
that's good.
Yeah, except that I do need somebody, because I think everyone needs people.
I know you do.
All need people.
I know you do. That's what I'm telling you. But because everybody gets lonely. But what I'm saying is, I think it's good. I like all that, because it's like, I'm not gonna waste my time then. Thank you. I just cut down the list. You know what I mean? Now the fools aren't gonna come acting like they're gonna have a chance. Like, no. Clearly, there's some prerequisites that need to be met.
Hello.
Let me turn to page 102.
They're called standards.
Exactly. Oh, man.
And you know what it is, too? That I love a relationship with a person, but I don't have to be around them all the time. You know? Like,
But there are people like that. There are people like that out there that they don't want to be around you anyways like that.
Hello.
like so y'all can reconvene at the nighttime in the room. You know what I'm saying?
Exactly. Yeah.
Yeah. So Deidre said you're very loving.
Conventional. I wouldn't be in like a conventional marriage. That's probably what I'm talking about. Not a conventional.
Yeah, that's what you get. But remember, you're not conventional. We're not conventional people. Most of us here, yes, Lovey Davis, common law married. Oh, wait a minute. Val, get common law married. That could work out. Yeah.
Been together for 7 years in the same house. You are married. That's common law.
Yeah. Carrie Ramirez, my question is, can we be in love with someone and still feel this? Oh my God, I saw that question, Carrie Ramirez. I'm so sorry. We'll both tackle that for her because she came back with it. Here it goes, Carrie. Valerie might have a different view on this. I think that it could be. I'll tell you why.
What's the question? So I can understand what you're saying.
Can we be in love with someone yet still feel disconnected? Yes, we can.
Oh, yeah.
But this is what I'm cautioning you on, because let's look at it like this. There's love and there's being in love. When you're in love with somebody, it's a whole different level. So you know what you're talking about. If anybody doesn't know what you're talking about, ask. So when you do that, that's solely based on you and your feeling and your needs or how you feel. Somebody doesn't have to love you for you to be in love with them. All right? So the commonsensical part of it says, if that can happen, then of course you can still feel disconnected, because then that comes from you being not meeting your demands or your standards or like what your reality is. So if you're in love with somebody and they're not connected to you, right, you're gonna feel disconnected. Or if they're not willing to do the things that you expect or need to meet your expectations, of course you're gonna feel disconnected. Now, what you have to be careful with is this. Are you in love with this person and he has an issue with you? Or are you not in love and you think you're in love, but you're confused, you're lustful, or you think you have something in your hands that you don't? And I've been there. You know, I was in love. I thought I was in love at one point, and I did a lot of things, and I sacrificed a lot. You know, I didn't care who was in the way. You know, either I'll breathe fire on you if I have to for this person and all that. And what I realized was that I wasn't in love with her. I was in love with what I thought she was. I was in love with who I thought she was. Yeah. So when I did that, because remember, and this is one of the reasons why we talk about, or I've talked about, not being intimate with somebody and kind of knowing, when you're lustful and you're doing things, your view and your vision gets clouded. So you start seeing something that's not so.
Yes.
Just like if it's cloudy and you see an 8, you think it's a 9. You know what I'm saying? Or you see a 6
like
and you think
drunk.
It's an 8.
It's like being drunk.
Yeah, no. I mean numbers. Like I'll try to put it really plain for them. Like, or you see a 10 and you think it's a 20 or something. The point is that you don't see. So yeah, all of that is right. Carrie Ramirez, it can happen, but I urge you to look inside and reevaluate what's going on, because sometimes the real problem is going to be, are you really in love with the person that you're really with, and is that person what you think you're in love with? So I would start there, and then I will go from there. I will go from elsewhere, because I'll tell you what, that relationship I had, I woke out of bed one day and I didn't give a damn. I just woke up. It was so crazy that I already had some stuff packed in the bag, and I don't know why or how it happened.
Because your soul already knew to be out.
Well, yeah, but I'm talking about at that time, I didn't know. I just woke up and I was like, what am I doing here? I'm crazy. Grabbed my bag and left. She was like, what in the hell's going on? She's like, are you coming back? I was like, no. and I suffered, but my spirit knew. And like, it didn't even make sense to me anymore. It was like, I'm going to suffer. I might be depressed for a month. You know, probably 2 years, I might not work on any good relationships, but I had to do what I had to do. So we really have to, you really want to look at that, Carrie, and figure it out and try to figure it out, because there's always more than meets the eye. Go ahead. I don't know if you want to touch on that or.
Give it to God. Whenever, with matters of the heart, whenever I am unsure, unaware, don't know, I go straight up. God, I don't know what this is. I don't know what I'm looking at. Show me. And oh, trust me. Oh, you'll see everything all in due time.
Maya said, I just want to be loved. Maya, are you loved? Because you're married,
You know
right,
what?
Maya Aguilera? Are you loved? Talk to me about that. We might need to get on an email or a Skype conference or a phone call.
She might need to come in the coaching program. Maya, you need to come into the coaching program.
Yeah, Maya, I might give you my number. We might need to talk about some of this. Kai, I just came out of a long, serious relationship. I miss us, but when we are together, the connection doesn't feel the same. I love him, but I don't feel connected anymore. Kai, that's probably because you might need to move on. Like Valerie said, give it to God, look deeper into it, and don't make any rash decisions. And Kyrie Ramirez, you're another person that I would love to talk to. We have the coaching program going on. Email us. We'll talk to you over the phone, Skype, and see what's up. We love you guys, and we just want the best and the utmost for all of you. Brown boys, Wiz, you have been preaching. Shut down. I love you, Brown boy.
Hey,
Brown boy,
I
miss you.
Down.
And I miss you, Brown boy. I miss you too, man. I miss you. I was in the city actually. Hey, what happened? What was that?
Talking about genius you are, but you never liked me to say anything like that. So I told my peeps,
I'm not a genius.
He hates when I say anything like that. His love language, affection or appreciation. Don't appreciate him for anything. I was having a little conversation with them when you were not around.
You're out of control. That's hold it up.
Do not compliment him, people. That's not his love language in his world.
Oh my God.
No, everybody has their love languages, and your love language is not just for a lover. Let's be clear about that. Your love language is not just for your lover. Your love language is the love language that you speak. And you can speak that children, with your friends, with your family. That's your love language.
Maya, are you asking that you don't, because it says I don't feel loved and you have a question mark.
Oh,
does that mean you're not sure? But Maya, I want to talk to you. Maya and Kari Ramirez, I want to talk to y'all. But go ahead.
Go, continue.
No. Go ahead, Val. You said you had something to talk about.
We are not looking for love. Look at me clearly. Everyone listen clearly. We are not looking for love. We believe we are looking for love. I heard this the other day and it resonated so deeply in my spirit. You know what we're really looking for? We're really looking for a safe place to love. We're not wandering around looking for somebody to love us. We love to love. It feels better to give love to someone, to pour love onto someone, to take care of someone, than it does to try to get someone to love you. You're not trying to get someone to love you. What we really long for, what we're really looking for, is we're really looking for a safe place to pour out our love, to express the love we really are. That's what all of us want at our core. We want to be in a relationship where we feel we belong and where it's safe, that we can express true unconditional love and be bare and know you're not going to get ripped to shreds. So, Bill, open your, vest and reveal your real heart and not have it be ripped apart. That's really what we want. Mm-hmm. For a safe place, a safe space to love.
Yes, that is so true. That is so true. And what's crazy about it is that it's always the answer. You know what I mean? It's always the answer, and there's so many layers underneath that it's wow. We could do a whole nother segment on that and be on here for 5 hours. So, but I don't need to touch that because you sizzled it. You murdered it. Murder.
It resonated so deeply with me because we are not needy people.
Kari said
we're
amen.
loving people. We want to love. We're big-hearted people, all of us here. We got these big hearts. We want to pour love on, spoil somebody.
Yeah, we do. Yeah, we do. Yeah, we do.
We want to nurture people. We want to hug them and buy them nice gifts and shower them with attention. We want to do all that stuff. So stop saying that you're looking for someone to love you. You're not.
Mm-hmm.
You may feel like that, but we're not looking for that.
Yeah.
Because let me ask the question. This is how we know we're not looking for that. What if you found a man or a woman that all they did was they didn't work. They just sat and they said, "What do you want?" "Well, I want a sandwich." They run and get the sandwich and then come sit right back next to you like a puppy dog. "What else do you want?" They rub your feet and then they sit right next to you again. "What else do you want?" How long before you get sick and tired of that and want to smack them upside their head? How long? You don't want nobody to love you. That's not what you're looking for. We're not looking for. But how quick would that get old? Really, if somebody had you as their only focus of attention and they didn't have anything else to focus their attention on, we think we want that. We don't want that.
Yeah.
And trust me, you are loved. You are the love you are seeking. You are it. You are love.
Yes. Becky said, "Yes, Val, that's what I want. OMG." Deidre Daniel said, "That would drive me crazy."
Oh, make me crazy.
Life on the Move. Life on the Move said, "Where's you looking tired?" Oh my gosh, Life on the Move. First of all, I drove from New York like at 4 a.m. Had a crazy long weekend filled with events and different things. Came down in this morning, slept a couple hours, and I've been up and running since like 7 o'clock in the morning up to about 9 o'clock when I had my last meeting. Then I had a session till about 10. And Val's like, "Where you at?" I'm like, "Where you at?" so then I came up here real quick to set up the lights and everything because I had taken everything to New York. So it's been crazy. It's been crazy. I'm exhausted. No, I ain't about all that. Hey, look, my brain still works. We have people that have questions. Plus, we didn't finish all the points actually. Real quick, I wouldn't mind that. Let me see. Becky Lee, shut up, Wiz. Oh, Becky Lee says, "Shut up, Wiz, looking amazing." Thank you, Becky Lee. Mwah, 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 mwah.
Wiz is always
Love
looking
you, Becky
amazing.
Lee.
He's always looking amazing.
Let me see. I think the love I am seeking is inside of me. Deidre Daniels, you're absolutely right. It always is. It always is. That's where it starts and that's where it is.
That's where it is.
Yeah, it always is. And then it will come from inside to out. Let's talk about what other thing we talked about that. How about let's talk about some more petty stuff, bro. Let's talk about some petty stuff that ruins relationship. Hold on, Daniel Hogan. People get irritated by that. Does that mean that they are irritated with themselves? Yeah. Even when I get irritated or I get upset, I'm the problem. I know I have some problem that someone just resurfaced. That's what it is. Brown Boy said you missed seeing the ears. Here you go, Brown Boy. This is all for you, Brown Boy, right there. I already find a safe place to put my love into. Yeah. Kyrie Ramirez says she wants to find, we are love. I'm ready to find a safe place to put my love into. Yes, right. You are, but wait, don't say that's right, because she says she just got out of a relationship. So let's talk about that. Let's talk about that, Kyrie, because you might feel ready, but there's some work that we always have to make sure we do before we go into the next relationship, so that your next relationship isn't, one, either doomed, or two, you're still on a rebound stage, or three, you're still in your metamorphosis stage, because you know that once you get out of one of those crazy relationships, you're still getting ready to turn into a butterfly, and you still might be in your cocoon. We don't want that, because if somebody loves you because you're a cocoon and then they see a butterfly, they're like, oh, what the hell is this? Where is my brown thing? I don't want all these nice, beautiful colors. I'm not into that. So we'll talk about that during another show. Life on the Moon said, Wiz never wants to leave you. Leave us. He's a good man. Wiz the type of man I need to marry. Oh, Life on the Moon, I love you. Love you so much. I'm so attracted to these chats. It's amazing. Me too. And that's why I'm always willing to stay longer. And I love you guys. Are you lying to yourself? Daniel said, what up? Lies. I hate when someone lies to me. Deidre Daniel says lies. I hate when someone lies to me. Daniel Hogan said, are you lying to yourself? Daniel, you are out of control today. If someone is lying to you, then you are lying to them. He's asking, no. But Deidre, if someone lies to you and you hate it, what is the real issue? Look at what's underneath the lies. Do you feel that somebody got the best of you? Do you feel that someone thinks you're stupid? There's some insecurities with that or some attachment. So Deidre, look at that, and we could talk about that at some point. Love myself, I'm pretty amazing. I have a wonderful, strong, bright, attracting spirit. Yeah, go Aguilera. Daniel, not everyone is taught how to live, what to love is. That's Life on the Move. Now let's talk about something petty though. Let's take it petty. Love you guys. You're right, Deidre. Trust. So that's something you have to work on. How about just not keeping up? Let's talk about that. Not keeping up. Whose birthday is Becky Lee? Mine is February 8th. I'm an Aquarius. Love. Val, Becky Lee wants to know your birthdays.
10/4, Libra.
Libra and Aquarius in the house. Let's talk about keeping up. This is something petty and it's not always super spiritual, but it's real. Because remember, no matter how spiritual we are, we're still attached to this little earth sometimes. So we can float, but sometimes we have to come back down and touch down and get some food and oxygen in our bodies. So we still tied to these laws. You know, the Bible talks about it. Great books talk about it. So let's talk about keeping up. I'll give you an example. If your wife fell in love with you and you were a pretty boy, in shape, you were always a gentleman, you were always romantic, and you stop any and all of that, what do you think is going to happen?
That's not a good look.
No.
That's not a good look. Because
so many people look, I'm going to tell you this. I'm going to say this, but it's not for anyone. Mine's a Capricorn. Life on the Moon is a Pisces. I'm going to tell you this. And it doesn't matter to me. Because if I love somebody, I love somebody. I don't care if you gained 60 pounds, if you lost 100. If I don't like someone skinny and I love someone skinny, I love skinny now. If they're fat, then I love fat now. If they're big, I love big now. Because love is love. Love doesn't see all of that. But this is what I'm saying. How much can love take? If you fall in love with somebody. How much can love take? I'll give you an example. Sometimes I make sure I go to the gym. I make sure I keep up my appearance. I'm not as picky as I was when I was younger. Like when I was younger, I might have not got on here like this. You know, like I would have to have a crisp shape up and all that. I might have not gone to some of my meetings like this. You know, I might have not gone to my meeting without my vest on. You know, I love to have a 3-piece suit on, but it's hot as heck outside. And I knew I was going to be running around. I'm not going to walk around all sweaty. But we have to keep up with what we gave. You know, and that there's a lot of mix-up because, you know, we all go through our honeymoon stages. And it's tough. You need to fight the urge to wall out. And whatever it is that you're doing, if you only like to have sex once a week, don't have it 6 times a day for the first 3 months that they met, because then that's the expectation. And then they're falling out of love and you can't explain what it is. If you're somebody who was into fitness or dancing, I'm not saying you can't shift from that, but don't like just out of nowhere, you know, like I've had girls that like, they love to cook and they love to work out or whatever. And then after a month, that is out the window. And I'm like, damn, they were doing that because of me, you know, or was it a phase? So that'll really help damage your relationship because those are little stupid things that we think are stupid, but they add up. You know, I'll give you another quick example. If you have 2 people that do something to you that might be irritating or disrespectful, right? Depending on your connection to the person or depending on their appearance, you might react differently, especially with
Very
men.
true.
Especially with men. Especially with men. The same thing if I go to a mall dressed like a hood rat and then I go dressed decent, I'm going to get a different treatment. So, like, all of these mundane things and characteristics are important because when you fall in love with somebody, you're taking a package that you felt. So I'll give you a package. I have somebody with black hair, brown skin, light eyes, 130 pounds. I might not like black hair. I might not like black light eyes or 130 pounds, but she loves to cook. She loves to play sports. I love her. There's a million things that I like about her. So the cooking and all the home life I like. The appearance I'm not crazy about, but I think she's beautiful. Now, what happens if she stops cooking and all the things that I liked are gone? So all the looks
Them
and
looks,
everything.
that's going to be a big problem.
So, and she goes to the gym and she keeps everything up. She looks the same, but it's not the same package. I don't have the same package. So now you don't even look that attractive to me. You know what I mean? Now
Right.
it's not the same. So a lot of times we fall out of love because we don't maintain the things that we do. You know what I'm saying? Like, we don't maintain it. If you're a gentleman and you open doors, you better open doors for the rest of your life. You know what I'm saying? You know, you can't say, I don't. And do extra because I'm not doing it later. And I have a low tolerance for patient, a low level for tolerance. So, like, what do you say about that? About maintaining yourself and that package that someone fell in love with. While you talk, I'll look at the notes.
Absolutely. That's one of my pet peeves with women. Women let themselves go. They put on sweatpants at Walmart. That's why I can't hardly even go to Walmart, because I do not like to see women not being goddesses. I don't like it. I feel that every woman is a goddess and every man is a god. And a man that feels more connected to being a goddess, because on this change, straight, tall, short. So whatever you feel most connected to, take it to its highest level. And so many women will not continue to work out, will not go to classes that better themselves. Every day, I will be a better version of Valerie. And that's for Valerie.
Mm-hmm.
So if the woman will come to a deeper level of self-love, self-worth, self-honor, we would be taking care of ourselves. The women turn into fine wine. Men get older, but women we turn into fine wine. So it's like, take care of yourself, but do it from a deep well of self-love and self-respect.
Yes.
I mean, you don't want to be walking out and
Yes. Now I'll answer to Daniel Hogan. You said, why did you judge her carnally as opposed to spiritually loving someone? Daniel, as I mentioned earlier, like, none of that really matters to me, because when you love somebody, you love somebody. But I'm speaking in the terms of what ruins relationships. Everybody's not loving spiritually and everybody's not living spiritually. I am. And to me, all of that doesn't matter in that sense. Now, we're talking about being in love. Once you love somebody, it doesn't. But initially, it does to a certain extent, because there's some packages that you're going to stay away from, some packages that are more enticing. And it's part of human nature, and to a fault, to a T, that's the first thing we look. I mean, even if you look at friends, there's always some connection. Whether you thought they were cute, whether you thought they were smart, whether you work together, there's always something. So it's not always going to be a spiritual connection at first. So I was speaking in general, Daniel Hogan. So because a lot of these things, that relationship issues that we're talking about, I don't really face any of them. now. Maybe when I was younger or I was less aware, but we're definitely all spiritual beings here. And that's why I said earlier, we have to talk about some of the petty stuff because everybody's not in a spiritual place. So we should touch on everybody. But thank you, Daniel Hogan. And I think that's what you were talking about. So if I'm not, let me know if I'm wrong. But go ahead, Val. Let me read the rest of the stuff.
I was like, I am with women. Keeping up yourself, all of you, that means spiritually, mentally, emotionally, physically, financially, keeping up your home, keeping up your wardrobe. Keep yourself up. What?
I'm so sorry. I'm not. Brown Boy be killing me, Brown Boy. I love you, Brown Boy. Brown Boy's like that. He was talking about probably the Walmart thing. He's like Val sliding in house shoes. He's talking about Walmart probably.
Oh my goodness.
What?
People, I can't take it. I cannot do it. I can't do it. With the women with the tight jeans on and they bend over and they moon in the whole world. I can't do it.
Daniel Hogan, you said, why is there an expectation for someone to be involved in something in order to attract a mate? Talk to me a bit about, give me some clarity, Daniel Hogan, and I'll talk to you too about attracting a mate as well. Okay, Oris Oasis, I was never small, but I am bigger than when me and my husband met. However, I still cook and do things that made him fall in love, which makes me sexier to him now than I was then. Yes, Oris, that is a great example. And the greatest example, the reason it's a great example is because when someone loves you, Oris, it doesn't matter if you gain 60 pounds or 100 pounds. If someone loves you, truly loves you, they're gonna love whatever it is that you're doing. And the other part of it is that you're doing things to maintain that love. The things you were doing, like you said, you were still cooking and doing the things that made him fall in love with you. That's gonna maintain that. So the weight, once we get into love, as Daniel mentioned earlier, it's a spiritual thing. It's not the physical. When we're talking about physical, we're talking about sex or fucking or something like that. We're talking about love. It's something inside. It's something spiritual. There's a larger connection. All right. So yeah. So that's a great example, Oris. And I'm happy for you and your husband. That's amazing.
I beg to differ. If I married a woman and she gained 50 pounds, I think I would have a problem with that. I mean, I don't know if I would have a problem with it. I do.
Have you ever been in that situation?
Conversations about that.
Have you ever been in that situation?
Me?
Yeah.
No, I haven't been married to a woman.
No. But a man, has a man that you've been with gained 50, 60 pounds that you were in love with?
Had he, to say that again?
Has a man you were in love with gained 50 or 60 pounds?
Good question. My first husband. Huh?
I've been in stuff like that, and it didn't bother me.
My first husband, he did gain quite a few pounds, and I never really had conversation with him about it, but I did notice it. Yeah, I did notice it because he wasn't, when we got married, he was only 185 pounds. Later on, now he's over 300 or close to 300. He's probably over 300. When I saw him, I was amazed. But when I was with him, he gained a good amount of weight. And I can't say I was happy about it. I wasn't real upset about it either. It wasn't like it was a big deal because he didn't exercise and he ate a lot of sweets. So that was part of this. That was just part of this, you know. We were in two different places with it. I would say if you're with a person that loves to work out and loves to run and all that and frolic in the park, and you got a couch potato, y'all gonna have to somehow negotiate that.
Oh man, I think it varies. I think it varies. Daniel Hogan, you're on fire tonight. I'm gonna get to your questions and to your comments, But Becky Lee said, same Val. They agree with you. Mai said, yes, Val. She agrees. Becky said, lesbians get so comfortable.
Right. People do get very comfortable.
Yeah, but I'm gonna tell you what I've learned from that though. I've learned, especially for women, when that happens is because they've gotten to the point of comfort that they know your ass ain't going anywhere. So they're like, the hell with it. You know what I'm saying? The hell with it.
Yeah,
so
but that's a problem.
No, I don't think. No, I'm gonna tell you the truth. This is what I think.
Okay.
It depends. One, it depends how healthy or unhealthy you are. Two, if you have this and you gained all this weight, don't fuck with my relationship. Meaning, don't tell me you're not going to the pool because you're too big now. Don't tell me that I can flip you up, press you against the wall, and 69 you standing up because you feel like you're too heavy. Don't tell me that I can't take your shirt off when I'm hitting it from the back because I want to see stuff moving. Don't limit me. If you limit me, now we're gonna have problems. You know what I'm saying? If you're that uncomfortable, you need to work it out or something. So for me, it doesn't matter because when you love somebody, you love somebody, but just don't change the relationship now. You know, like I've gained weight or not, and I've been uncomfortable, but hey, baby, when I gotta go in, I'm going in. You know, like right now I'm in shape. I could take my shirt off and be fine, but when I gotta go in, I'm going in. I think that that's part of the problem for me that I would have if you want to change the relationship because you're not happy. You say you're happy, but you're not because if not, you wouldn't be uncomfortable doing the things that we have to do. So let me get to Daniel because he has some good points. Daniel's talking about people being involved. People had to be involved into something. He said he was married to someone based on business because they both worked in the music business. Daniel Hogan, that's cool that you worked in the music business. I like that. Maybe we'll talk about music one day. But then he also said, I have heard a lot of women say that in order to get involved with a man, that he has to look like he has potential. So that's two things I want to talk about.
Like what?
Like he has potential. And I'm gonna tell you, I love women that say that. So the first one is, Daniel, I think it's not that they have to. I think some people just do things that they're comfortable with. And it's easy always to do things with that are in your field, someone who's working with you, they're doing music, so you're doing music. And a lot of times that stuff doesn't work out because it's a comfort thing. It's an easy thing. It's not about working on a relationship or finding the one. It's just something that so happened and now you want to go and have fun. I'll get to the next question. Val, do you have something to say about that or are we moving on to his next question? The potential question.
Go on.
So now the potential question, Daniel, I love when women say that. I love when people say that. Well, there's potential. I'm going to tell you what.
Uh-oh.
This is potential. Potential. Who cares about potential? Because I've had a lot of potential with some people, but gave some nothing. Because they didn't have the potential to get my potential out. Or they didn't have what it took. They didn't have what it took. Look, my potential was in that bag. I was like, I'm not going to need this here. I'm not going to need it for this relationship. This is what she got? No, we're not doing that. So, Daniel, those women, I laugh at them because, like, relationships are not based on potential. First of all, that tells me that they're not really spiritually connected. And if they're talking about spiritual connection, spiritual potential, like you might need to be their spiritual friend. That doesn't mean you have to have a relationship with them. So I'm not about waiting on potential. If someone has potential, we can be friends. We don't have to be involved because we can't be involved on potential. You can't make a business deal on potential. Not this kind of deal. But go ahead, talk a little bit about that. Talk about that. Let me go read some more stuff because our people are typing.
I heard it saying, don't fall in love with potential. Do not do it.
Yeah. But on his end, yeah, Brown Boy, that's exactly what I'm talking about. And you might have to have a talk with him, Brown Boy, and say, look, I don't mind if you're bigger, but like let's work on it so that you're comfortable because now I can't do some of the stuff I want to you. and it's damaging me. And so now you're really taking something away from me because you got heavier. I'm here to support you and love you, and I'm gonna do it anyways. I'm gonna toss your salad regardless if some extra rolls are there or not, or whatever it is y'all doing. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, that's something to talk about. Life on the moon. Can you talk about what a married couple can do if one partner wants sex and the other don't want sex? What you mean? What can you do? There's a lot you could do. You know, you can have it or not have it. Somebody's gonna have to be a little empathetic. She wants to know what you could do if one married couple wants to have sex and the other one doesn't. You know all the physical things you could do, whether it's going down, whether it's reaching the orgasm, whatever it is to tape it up. But I think the bigger problem is, first of all, give it to God. It's in a lot of senses. But the bigger problem is, why doesn't that partner want to have sex? And how can we reverse that? What is it? Because there's an issue if that's what's happening, especially if it's changed. You know what I mean? And if that's what that person is, then the person who wants to have sex all the time, they're going to have to come to some agreement or understanding. For me, I don't like the whole, okay, just lay there, I'm going to bang it out. And as soon as I'm cool. Because I need that emotional connection. So you guys are going to have to work something out. So if I had somebody like that, I would really try to find a way to make it happen. I will find out what is it that I'm not doing, or what is it that I might be lacking to get this person excited, and am I able to do it? And if I can't, they might not be for me, because I think that whoever I'm with, I'm gonna fully be a full service to that person. Val?
Exploration. Who's the one that wants to have it and who's the one that doesn't? Is the husband or the wife? Which is, how does it go?
She didn't say. Let's see if they do it. Or it says she stopped weightlifting, 3 kids back to back, no time, so muscle went flat, but everything else is the same. Or that's not a big thing. Yes, Wills, I was swimming, can move.
But see,
or you're so cute.
Can I say something? Because I feel my temperature rising right now. Ladies, take care of yourself. So the man, make a commitment to yourself from deep self-love that you are going to be the best you can be. And any man that's around you will appreciate that. Your brothers, and plus, when you are the best woman you can be, you make the men around you better. You just do. A good woman just makes men better.
Yeah.
So lift your weights. Do what makes you the best woman you can be. And men, do what makes you the best man you can be. And then we can talk about relating.
Whereas I was asking for someone, 8M, sending this link to. We wrestle, LOL. Brown Boy says, we wrestle, LOL. I'm learning to be more tactful with solving issues. I love you, Brown Boy. Life on the Moon said, I'm not Adam. I want sex. Man wants sex. The woman don't want sex. Whoa. Surprise, surprise.
Hello. I was giving how that was going to go.
My
There's
thing
a lot
is,
of women
like,
that are shut down sexually. I think they need to watch the Yoni show and rise to Shakti, because
go ahead.
Because we see this a lot in relationships. Of course, the man wants to make love to the wife or the woman, and the woman is, or she's just not there. And it could be because it's emotional chasm, an emotional chasm. When you see a diagram that goes from to the penis, it goes straight. There's a straight line to the penis. There is not a straight line to the pussy. Everybody knows that. You got to go through it. All of this got to line up.
Maya Aguilera said, you're right about that. Maya Aguilera said, you're right about that.
Yeah, the penis is straight. It's a straight line to the penis. It is not a straight line to the cookies, to the honey pot. And that honey pot closes when some other stuff, and then you got to pry, coax the honey pot back open again. That's how women work. It ain't no straight line to the honey pot.
This is why I love us being together. Cause cause you're such a strong woman, you always be like, the women gotta fix their shaktis. And cause you were strong, cause that's what you would do. And then I'm like the opposite. I'm like, the men need to get their shit right. You know what I'm saying? Like, the women ain't nothing wrong with them. Because the other side of that is that, look at the history of men and their day-to-day interaction. Like, if I was a woman, I'd be a lesbian, because there's so many men that are like barbaric. I'm like, oh Lord, like, what cave did you come from? Like, you're not gonna come in this vagina with all that ruckus. You know what I'm saying? And so, like, for me, this is a difficult question, Life on the Move, because there are so many levels of distortion that could be happening and so many disruptive levels. But I will tell you this. I don't care how unshockified you are or how locked your yoni up is. Like, I'm unlocking that pussy. I'm at all levels. So when that happens, the man needs to be able to know how to maneuver that and how to get what he has to get and how to put her in the place where she needs to be. Because, like, remember, sex and pleasure, it's not just about getting off. There's a whole process to that. And a lot of times the process doesn't start or end in the bedroom. A lot of times you're doing work outside of the bedroom so that when you get to the bedroom, you can open that up. Because remember that people have issues, trust issues. They don't trust you. They don't know where your penis has been. There's so many things, and many men we're not willing to really take those measures for what we should be getting. Why? Because a lot of times once the man comes, it doesn't matter if it was bone in a hole in the wall or whatever it was. You know what I'm saying? So then that's where the disconnect would be. You know what I mean? The disconnect would be like, is he where he should be, and is he willing to unlock these levels? You know what I'm saying?
Yes. I just had an hysterical thought as you were speaking. You're absolutely accurate. And I used to tell my daughters that a man will put that thing in any hole. And my daughters didn't really believe me, I think, until one day we saw a show called Sex Sent Me to the ER. Did anybody ever see that show? Sex Sent Me to the ER? Y'all ever heard of that show before?
No.
There was a show called Sex, and in this particular episode, and the dude and the girl were together, and they were having a good time, and they were high, and they were doing all kinds of stuff. And then she said, put your thing in the hole. There was this hole in a camping stove. And he put his thing in the camping stove. And then he could not get his thing out the camping stove. So he had to take the whole camping stove to the ER with this blanket over it. And they took him inside, and the man is laying there, and they trying to call a welder to see how they can get his thing out. He's in excruciating pain. Of course, they've shot him up with all kinds of meds. His thing is stuck in the camping stove. And they called the welder guy from downstairs, right? The maintenance man comes up, and the nurse is a male nurse, and he's also gay, which makes it so hysterical because he's like, oh Lord, I've never seen anything like this in my life. And he was funny as hell. Then he calls the maintenance guy. The maintenance guy comes up and he says, we're going to need some tools because the surgeon can't even get to it. So we need tools to break open this camping stove so we can even get to his thing. And the guy said, okay. He had his little toolbox.
Oh my God.
It's hysterical. And guess what happens? So the gay guy says, he's the nurse. He says, okay, come right this way. The man is walking in with his little blue outfit on, little janitor outfit with the tools. And the gay guy said, I just want to warn you, the gay nurse, it's a lot of blood. And I don't want you to feel squeamish. And it's a lot of swelling. So I just want to prepare you, right? So the guy is like, okay, no problem. See how you can weld this camping stove and open it. The dude walks in there with the camping stove, with the tools. He takes one look at the thing and he goes, he passed out. He is flat on his back and the nurse, the gay nurse is like, oh my God, now I have 2 patients. He took one look at the man's thing in the camping stove. He passed out. Oh my God. Then they had to get a gurney for him. She's, oh, emergency stat. Bring a stretcher. They take the dude, put him on. So anyway, they finally got the man's thing out the camping stove. And I turned to my daughter Veronica and I said, do you see now what I'm telling you? That some men, I won't say all, but men will put that thing in any hole. So you need to keep yours shut and locked down. That's all.
So, hold up, I'm writing to Daniel Hogan. Daniel Hogan said, Jesus Jones. So I wrote to him, hey, Val, I wrote to him, Jesus Christ is up there looking down saying, Jesus Christ. So, that is crazy. Life on the Move said, damn. Daniel Hogan said, holy guacamole.
Oh, it was bad.
Even Brown Boy said damn. If Brown Boy says damn, it's bad. Brown Boy be about it. Brown Boy be like, oh, it's all good. Ain't nothing wrong with that.
Yeah. I'd be in there praying. Okay, Father, have a man that has had an experience of life. I mean, and I'm calling in now all of the angels of reproductive organs.
Oh my
angels
God.
of the lingam. Oh Lord, it was amazing. Yeah, a penis doesn't have a conscience, ladies. A penis does not have a conscience, so be careful.
Not until that heart gets you.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes. Yes. When the soul takes over, it's another story. Are we complete?
Yeah,
We've been in there for 2 hours, man. We gotta go to bed.
Well, we didn't talk about lack of communication, but our peoples know about that. I guess then that's it. I guess that's it. It is 1:26 in the morning.
Good Lord.
Oh, Lord.
Well, I love this show. I had a ball with all our peeps. Oh, you getting ready to strip now? Is that what you're getting ready to do, Wiz?
What? Nobody want to see that.
Is that what you're doing?
No.
Just let us know. We'll get our dollar.
Start getting. You gonna throw bitcoins at me?
Wait a minute, I got a few dollars around here. I get them, push them to you virtually.
Brown Boy, you got some bitcoins?
Got some bitcoin.
Nah, Brown, I wouldn't charge Brown Boy. Oh man, Daniel Hogan said, "Are you leaving
this Wednesday
Daniel
night?"
said, "Are we leaving so soon?" Oh, tell him about the class.
Yeah. Wednesday night. It's a money class, money manifestation class number 4, and it's on Bitcoin. It's coming Wednesday at 8 p.m. at ValerieLoveTV.com. What?
Life on the Move says she wants to see Life on the Move. You want to see the Bitcoin or the striptease?
I think
I don't know which one.
they're looking at the tattoos, the tats. They want to see the tats.
Brown boy said $20. $20 make you holler.
Now see, y'all don't encourage him because this man was on a cruise ship and he got voted the sexiest man on the cruise ship. Do not encourage him. And they had to cover the children's eyes because it was just an X-rated show up on the Lido deck, the pool deck of the ship. Don't encourage him. Please do not.
I told people that I just didn't want to lose. I had to do what I had to do. There was some sexy dudes there. I was like,
he turned it into an X-rated show with the babies, the poor little children. The children. Save the babies.
Oh,
why
man.
did he break it down? I heard about it. I was climbing on the rock. Have nothing to do with that. I'm innocent about that. I was not a witness. I only heard the stories. But I do hear that it's somewhere on Facebook Live. That's what I heard. Somebody captured it on Facebook Live.
Somebody sent me the video. I don't know how this lady, somebody got my email and sent me the video. I was like, what did you do?
I think I know who got it on Facebook Live. I'll tell you later.
No, I don't even want to know.
After that, he came over and climbed the wall where I was and hit the ding.
Hit the thing with the ding? Oh, man.
He rung the bell with his
Life in the Move, I got you. Life in the Move, I got you, baby. Daniel Hogan. It wasn't a beauty pageant. It was we went on a cruise, right? So they had a couple competitions. So I didn't win on the volleyball court. So I was coming back and they're like, we're having a sexiest man competition. Can you join? I'm like,
sexiest man alive competition.
I was like, what do I have to do? They're like, you have to dance and strip. I was like, oh, I could win that. I could do that. That I can do.
When they even said it, I said, oh, I already know who's going to win. I don't even need to see this.
Daniel Hogan. I think
we know how this movie is going to end.
Oh, man. Yeah, it was pretty fun.
Not to mention, I don't want to put your business out there, but not to mention the moves you was making when you was doing You Got It Bad, Usher.
Oh, and I was doing karaoke.
Karaoke?
You know what I liked about it? That I liked that when I did the karaoke, people were like, oh, you're the karaoke guy. Karaoke. It went from that to like, you were that guy that won the competition. I was like, that don't feel as good. That don't feel as good. I remember there was this one girl that like jumped on me and I was like, oh, okay. And I seen her man like 6'3". I was like, oh, excuse me. It's okay. It's okay. I was like, no, thank you. No harm, no foul, right, sir? I
think he might have had a line after that.
I was about to grab two little kids near me, like, my kids are here. Come here, guys. I was going to grab them, but there were two white girls. I was like, this ain't gonna go.
Gather up some spare kids. Wait a minute. Let me look like I'm engaged.
Daniel Hogan.
In a whole family experience. Let me look like I'm engaged in a family experience.
Exactly. I was about to grab, but the kid was blonde with blue eyes. I was like, that ain't gonna go.
Hey, look, a little blonde kid like, I'm not sure. Why do you keep calling me son? You're not my dad.
Exactly. Come, stranger, danger. Hey, so Daniel Hogan, where am I gonna upload this to, Daniel? Who wants to see it?
Put it on your channel. Roberto Amato, they want to see it on your channel. We want to see it. Channel. Put it in the chat. Channel. If we hear channel, that means Roberto Amato has to put it on the channel. Channel.
No, Daniel Hogan, Val didn't film it because Val was busy climbing walls while I was out working, you know?
I was on the rock climbing wall.
Yeah.
Testing my fears.
We got
didn't
that on
hear-
Facebook Live too,
Yeah,
right?
we have a video
We
of
climbed
us
side by
on the
side.
wall together.
Yeah, we
Matter
climbed
of fact,
side
it
by
might even be
side.
in this phone.
I got you, Daniel Hogan. I might have to send it to you on the private slide, though. I don't know if I can upload that. I'm gonna send it to you with a virus on it, so after you see it, it will disintegrate. All right. Well, we are going on another cruise in January, so maybe some of you guys could join us. That'll be great. Oh my gosh, we could do a live show.
We could do a live show from the
set.
cruise. We could do it. I was looking
my God.
for the videos for the video. I thought I
got
had it
you,
in this
my-
phone. But you can upload it to your channel.
I don't know.
All right.
'Cause I remember, because the thing was, if I kept like all my stuff on, but you know, I had 2 layers. I ripped one of my shirts off and threw it in the pool. there was a water part. There was a water part that was
I
low.
don't hear you. Wait a second.
The water part was low, and that's where the judges were.
Uh-oh.
So actually, they
Wait a
gave me the
minute.
judging on. I'm just a bachelor. So I was like,
How come I don't
So I
hear
started crawling in the water. So when I got wet in the water, I had to take that off too.
you?
Can you hear me, Val? Val?
Do you hear me? Do
I
you
don't
hear
hear
me?
you, Val.
Do you hear me? Hello? No? Yes? You hear me? No?
Daniel Hogan, next time we're going to do a duo together.
Yes?
We're going to sing and we're going to dance. Let's do it.
Oh, okay. Okay. I apologize. I went
It's
somewhere.
cool.
The bottom line of it was Wiz.
Oh, wait. Lots. Because I had it next to me and I just picked it up and started playing with it. I'm not doing anything life on the move. I keep my stuff trimmed. I didn't do it now.
All I can say is that if y'all want to see that side of Wiz, there is the possibility that he could make a great fortune in the dance arts, let's call it, the male dancing arts. Ladies, wink, wink.
I'm Latino. You know, Latinos, when I was younger, oh, well, you know, I grew up like more with my sister and them. So like they shake and I was like, well, I could do that too. Or they're like, you got to learn to move your waist. And I'm like, why? Men don't do that. Okay, hold up. I'm gonna practice. Do it without moving your shoulders. Okay, here. Like this. I can do it all. Boom, boom. Get it pop. Pop it side to side.
Look, it's time to go to bed, man. It is time for bed. Good night.
Oh, Daniel Hogan, actually, I'm gonna start doing some workout videos. So if you have tracks or if you know about that, let me know and I'll use some of your tracks. And I'll put your name on it or whatever it is, whatever will work. So hit me up, Daniel Hogan, or send me your email or send me an email and we might be able to use it. Because that's another reason why I started a new YouTube channel. I'm going to stop doing that, though, because every time I do that, I lose my followers. they're like, where are you? Stop my YouTube channels and start a new one. But we do that. But this is the last time I'm doing it. I ain't doing it anymore. Because I'm like, I can't even go live right now. In Dubai, somebody called me like, why are you not going live? I'm like, I don't have that channel anymore. They're like, okay, go now. I'm like, I don't have 1,000. Can you get you and your 1,000 cousins to come back and like my other page? I'll tell you when I put stuff up on there. But Daniel Hogan, that's what's up. What kind of music do you do? Or well, we'll talk about it some other time. Ooh, yes. Brown Boy said he's gonna be.
Because look,
Brown Boy said he's gonna.
You be sleep.
Brown Boy said he's gonna be Caramel Thunder.
He's gonna be what?
He said he's gonna be called. He'd be Caramel Thunder.
He's gonna be what? I didn't hear it.
Caramel Thunder.
Woo! Brown boy, I got your dollar bills right over here.
Life on the moon.
Wow. Better than chocolate thunder, so he must be caramel. Go ahead, brown boy. I know that's right. Caramel. Work it.
So me and brown boy get on stage, they're gonna be like caramel thunder ×2.
Oh, Lord.
We'll be like, hey, we'll be back to back, like, I'm just a bachelor, looking for some money. I told you. Rip it off.
No. See, it's too late. It's too late. It's time for that.
And
it's a wrap.
Actually, I'm gonna do it next year because by that time my hair's gonna be long. So I'm gonna do the whole head thing in the water.
Oh man, the women love that. What? And they want to grab that hair and pull it and.
Oh, we ain't doing all that. Oh, wait a minute. Whoa, that sounds like you might be having a strap on or something. Wait a minute.
Pardon me.
Yes,
that was
Becky
another
Lee.
side of me. Pardon me.
Yes, Becky Lee. We're gonna I'm gonna do some workout tapes. Some small workout for some people.
He's a beast with that. With your bike. Beast with that.
Yeah, I'm into biking as well. I teach actually. I could. Yeah, we'll talk about it. We'll talk about it, Becky Lee. Email us. Email us, or actually look for Roberto Amado. Let me see if I could actually. Can I add a link here? I could.
Mm-hmm. Put it underneath. Right? We're gonna link to it under the vid. If you put it in the chat, it'll be gone. We're gonna link to it under the vid. We'll link to it under the vid.
Yeah, I guess we could do that too.
Can you hear me?
Hello? Can you hear me?
I can.
Okay. You ready to go to sleep?
I am.
Hear it in your voice.
You can hear it in my voice. I am toast.
Yeah, you're ready to go to sleep.
I am toast. I love y'all, peeps. I love y'all. I love y'all. We see y'all on Sunday night. And of course, follow us on Instagram. Subscribe, share, invite, like, comment, because you know all these comments go away. So put a great comment under the vid once the vid is live. And we'll see you next week. I love you.
All right, love you guys too. See you soon. And I'm glad that you getting off because you know me, I don't like to get off. Good night, guys. You're amazing. Wiz, you are handsome and fun. Ha ha ha. Val, you are awesome too. Thank you, Kari Ramirez. We love y'all. I love you too, brown boy. Denise Bacchus, love you, Dr. Bacchus. My, love you too. Oh, life on the move. No, don't grab the hair like Val. Daniel Hogan, wish you good night. Life on the move is like, yeah, grab the hair, Val.
Grab the hair.
Yeah. Daniel Hogan, I look forward to speaking with you at some point. Much love. Take care. See you guys next time. The Witch and the Wizard, and we're out.
The Witch and the Wizard is out. Oh, we gotta do it.